Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. FYI, it's not night time, it's actually only 4 o'clock and yet it's pretty much dark outside. The weather's just getting darker and darker and darker. But as you can see from today's title, today I'm talking about my newborn essentials. Now, this is just personally what's worked for me. Every baby is different. Who knows whether it will work for you or not. If you're a new mum, congratulations. If you're not and you're like me, that before I was even pregnant I was watching these kind of videos just out of pure interest, hey, welcome. But yeah, I just thought I would do my newborn essentials, and also I kind of want to talk about the things I regret buying or using. If you are, you know, about to become a new mum, I'm hoping to save you and spare you of the costs before you get there. So I've made a list, of course, of the things that I loved, and I'm going to break it down today why I loved it, and then I'm also going to go into things I really regret, like why did I buy that, why. Without further ado, the first thing I've got on my list that I loved was the bouncer. Oh my goodness, did this work wonders. Any bouncer whatsoever was so good because it saved me bouncing on the ball all the time. You know, them birthing balls, that's what I was pretty much doing all the time. But it also was, the one we had actually has like vibrations in the bouncing, so it soothed and comforted Evie so much. Was so helpful. We've used both actually. We've used the baby Bjorn one. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bjorn. Bjorn one's great, but they didn't have like a mobile on top, and I think it's an additional cost if you want to add that. Whereas the Fisher Price one had the vibrations, but it also had the little toy mobile, whatever you want to call it, like the things they play with, directly above, so they could just stare at that. She was just entertained by that a lot. I mean a lot. Both do the jobs, but it depends what your preference is. I would rate both of them, to be fair. The next thing on my list was a swing. So not only do we have the bouncer, we also had the like swing, and that was from my sister because she just had a baby before me, so she passed it over. And we had the Munchkin swing. You can have sound or different speeds on this thing, which was great. Evie was a colic baby, so the bouncing, the swaying, the rocking, all of that stuff worked wonders for her. Which closely links into the next thing, which was the Moses basket. Now, I know it's meant to be for sleeping in, but I actually just use it to take her around the house as a newborn. I'm not kidding. I literally would take her anywhere in this Moses basket. I mean anywhere. Like if I needed to do the dishes, she's going in the kitchen. If I needed to go in the dining room, she's going in the dining room. If I needed to go upstairs in the room, she's going in the room. This Moses basket went with me everywhere. Oh my goodness, if I was to rate anything at the top, that would be my number one, because having something to take them anywhere in is handy, which as well links into the next product, which was a sling. Now I've got a do and a don't, so for some reason I've had like 3 slings, and I heard that there's a sling factory, I think after I got the sling, but apparently you can like go and try different slings with the baby, which I probably should have done because I have 3. So I've tried Zobolo sling, which is like a fitted one, and it goes round and then you slot the baby in. That was really good. Once again, there's a weight limit, so you can't have it for very long. And the next thing was we tried the baby carrier, you know, the ones with a front or at the back, and you like clip them in. Amazing. Honestly, it was, I think it's an Amazon product. It's not even like a designer, a baby brand, whatever. I'll link it down below, all of the things that I absolutely loved. And I'll definitely link that one because it was amazing. She was always wanting to face out. She would never want to face in, even as a newborn. So when I had her in the Zobolo, it was good for comfort and for breastfeeding, but when it came to like actually going out and going places, the carrier worked much better. Great for like walks or whatnot, because she would just go silent, because she could just look at the trees and look at everything rather than the buggy. So that was a great sling. The next sling I tried and I just got stressed. This is one product that I felt didn't really work very well with me and Evie. Like, first of all, it would take me a long time to figure out how to put the thing on. I honestly love the way they look. I love the closeness and the comfort of the slings, but like, I wanted something quick and easy to just slot on, and I found that the wraps took so long to just get on. And I think if you know it and you're confident in it, it'll be easier, but for me, I just found it really tricky to do. So that, unfortunately, the wrap slings are a no-go for me, and they didn't really work very well for me. So out of all 3 slings that I tried, hands down, the Amazon baby carrier won. The next product was the baby baths. Oh my goodness. I barely used them in the beginning for some really weird reason. I just held her by her neck and let her like swim. But I felt like she would just get so cold in these baby baths. So I'm kind of in between with these, to be honest. I think they're really, there's a time for them, but I would say we didn't really use that during the newborn phase. I would say we used the bath more so when she was like 3 months. The next thing are cellular blankets. These things gave me a lot of sound of mind, because obviously they say, you know, babies can suffocate and stuff from fleecy blankets. So cellular blankets, like we had the snooze snuzz one. Make sure you wrap them up in a tog as well, because they are really super duper thin, and I found that we had to constantly wrap her up. The other thing that I also loved was her play gym. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, this thing was amazing. She loved the toys dangling above her, and it was just like a good stimulation for her. So if you're doing tummy time, or if you're doing like they're learning to roll, it's a good place to put them, because there's so much around them that they'll do the things that you want them to do. Worked wonders. This is my phrase, worked wonders. When it works wonders, it works wonders. If you have a baby that's like loves stimulation and loves to see things and wants to be involved in everything, get a play gym. And if you're not and you're pregnant right now, get a play gym. Like, you will not regret it, because even if they're not into it as like newborns, gradually they'll get into it because it's stimulating for them, and they'll just love it, I hope. Another rated product. The next thing is a white noise machine. We have one that's got like a night light onto it as well, so it's not just a noise machine or a sound machine, and I found that really handy for me, as at the beginning when you're like feeding through the night, it's like a soft light, so it's not a lamp and it's not bright and it's not too dark. It's literally the perfect lighting to be able to see what to do, but also the noise gives them comfort. So I found that the night lights worked really great. I'm also still using it now for her room, now that she's in her cot in her room. So if I need to go into her room, I can still see, but it's not like really bright and that she can't sleep through. But look how dark it is now. Look at this. It's dark. The next thing is bibs. But I'm going to say specific bibs, because I have 2 different types of bibs. I got the H&M ones, you know, the little triangular ones. They're so small. They're like this, like a Dorito bibs. Waste of money, honestly, waste of money, because they grow out of it so fast. So you get these like cute little triangular bibs for like if they cough or spew up, but she never really did that, and even if she did, the bib's so tiny it wouldn't soak enough up. So I would not recommend buying the cute dinky bib sets, like the H&M ones that are like tiny, because it's just a waste of money. And it's not even like a lot of money, but it's not worth buying because you barely use them. I would say the teething bibs that are great, definitely link those down below, because honestly they were incredible. I used them from early stages to all the way till now and she still fits them. So the teething bibs are so much better, but especially if you have a baby that's teething early. So I had Evie teething from, I would say, just gone 2.5 months. She started showing signs of teething. The triangular teething bibs are a no-go. And now moving on to my unloved product, which isn't actually that much, but it's something. The next thing is the Haka. Now, I thought these would be so beneficial and so useful, and I didn't really use it. And I feel like I just wasted money on something that everyone raves about. So everyone talks about the Haka and they're like, oh, it's amazing for breastfeeding, blah, blah, blah. But I found like I didn't get any milk, like excess milk. So it was just a bit of a waste for me. Depends on your milk supply, to be honest with you. I would say wait, and then you'll be able to see from your milk supply. The next thing is closely related to breastfeeding again. The milk pouches, you know, the storage pouches. I thought I would need them. I thought wrong. I don't know why, but I did. And I got like 200 pouches, something crazy like that. Stupid me, because I never used them. So I have them now and I've never used them. It's just a waste of money and pouches. So I would say, once again, wait until after birth and just see if you actually need them before buying. But I would see like TikToks and videos and Instagrams of like people like putting their milk in like freezers and fridges and be like, oh, okay, I need to prepare just in case. And I didn't. Maybe it's just me overthinking and thinking I needed it, but I didn't. The next thing is dummies. Believe it or not, everyone gets a dummy nowadays, but you know, I had them and I tried them, but Evie Blue didn't take them. But even if she did, I think the next baby on, I'm not gonna buy them, because I don't know, I just feel like they, in the beginning stages, the baby uses you as a dummy, like they do. And I don't know if it's because of my own experiences, which it probably is. Maybe I will try dummy, who knows, again. But I feel like I didn't really use them. Sometimes they can be a bit of a nightmare to carry, and you forget them, and then you become dependent on them, and the baby becomes dependent on them. And there's a lot of like, you know, the verbal issues that they say comes from dummies. I don't know if it's all this research is accurate, but I have heard some negative things about dummies. Moving on to the next ones. Oh, swaddles. Oh my goodness. They look so cute. The swaddles look so cute, but they're such a waste of money. You can do it with a blanket. You can swaddle with a blanket. You don't need to buy the little Velcro-y ones. As helpful as they are, I think Evie developed better without a swaddle. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. No, I could. But the swaddle she would try and break out of, she was constantly like jamming in there trying to get out, and she actually did escape her swaddle a couple of times, and I was just like, what newborn can do this? A bit of a waste of money, to be honest. You could just do that with a blanket if you learn how the technique. The next things then finally are the small burp cloths. Oh my goodness, what a waste that was. The burp cloths were useful for like the very beginning, and then after you're just like, what do I do with these? I got them, but now I don't know what to do with them because my baby's bigger, and if they're sick, they don't actually take up a lot of liquid. So I just found the small ones just they weren't really beneficial. Another thing which is very close to the burp cloths were the muslins. I had bought way too many, and I don't think I realised I didn't need that many. Waste of money and space, if you ask me. I think I had about 20, and I don't need that many. You know, I don't. Okay, so don't worry, don't stress yourself. Stick to a nice amount, maybe like 7 or 8. That would do the job. And then the last thing, which I most definitely regret, was, I've forgotten now. Oh yeah, outfits. When I tell you, I rarely dress this baby up. Don't spend money on outfits. It's not worth your money, because most of the time they'll be in the sleep suits and not really in the outfits, unless you're taking them to like a special occasion, which obviously it gives like that sentimental value for you as a mum, but it also does just break your bank account for no reason. I also got outfits and wanted her to look cute, but it's just not practical. Like trying to get tights on a newborn, oh my goodness, it was a battle. Trust me, stick to the sleep suits, it will do you great. Okay, with that being said, it is time for me to end this video. If you notice it got lighter, it like stopped my video and then brightened it up again. I don't even know how, but this, I wish it was like this the whole time, but it wasn't. Okay, it hasn't got lighter outside, it's just my camera has been really clever and changed the lighting. Really impressed, to be honest. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If there's any other videos you guys want me to do or review, or just let me know down below, and I'll try to link everything that I thought was great down below so you can see it, and hopefully it becomes a blessing to you too. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.